What is going on, everybody, and welcome into Lineman Life Live. Monday, we're back at it. It is pretty decent day of sports news. You know, like I said last week, we're gonna diversify a little once the football season's over. Start talking a little bit about all the sports, because we know people love sports in general, and we know people love stories related to sports. So we are, we're gonna keep things as broad as we can, now that we're in a part of the year where there's not a whole saturation of football news to go on out. But NBA is kicking. You know your boy is a Mavs fan.
Oh, yes.
And last night,
yes,
my Mavs, Luka, that Luka magic, the Luka special. We beat the brakes off them damn Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, we was on their ass.
We was on their ass from the get. And it was a wonderful feeling to see my Mavs back in the Western Conference Finals. First time since 2011, the year when they won the championship against the Miami Heat. And we could potentially be looking at a finals with the Mavericks and the Heat. Once again, the Heat are running, they're running pretty strong out there in the Eastern Conference. But I mean, we all know that the real Heat is in the West. Because you got to get through a gauntlet of great teams to actually have a shot at the finals. So let's pull up a couple things here. Just want to show a little bit of love. My Mavs, I'm talking about. Let me pull it up. Where's it at? Damn it. There we go. I gotta have my Mavs. I gotta have my Mavs support here. Mark Cuban with the tweet. Quote, tweeting Wheezy F baby. Remember, Wheezy back at the beginning of this series said Luka's a hoe. For those of you who don't know.
That's right.
He insulted my guy. And now we got some payback. It's a shit show. Put your front row using some Wayne lyrics to let them know them bitches is going home and they going fishing next week out in Phoenix. So Mavericks get the upset, but even bigger than that in this series is the response for the collapse. Really, well, I wouldn't say collapse because again, the Mavericks came out and dusted their ass. They weren't ready. That's on them.
Yeah.
But the Mavericks came out, and the Mavericks played ball. And
first 5 minutes, you could tell.
Say what?
The first 5 minutes, you could tell what kind of game it was going to be.
Oh yeah. You could tell this game was about to get ugly. Luka Doncic had as many points at the end of the half as the Phoenix Suns had as a team at halftime. You know you're not going to win a game when one player has as many points as the entire squad. But the one person who's been making the rounds on the morning circuit today in the NBA sports commentary realm, Pat Beverly. Beverly came fully prepared with slander. He came fully prepared with hot takes.
Oh, man.
And there is nobody in the NBA who is catching as much heat and getting as much praise as Pat Beverly is right now. Now, we're going to pull up this video. We're going to take a look at it because, I mean, he did. When I say he went the circuit, he was on First Take, Get Up. He was on, I mean, they got this. He was on.
Walking him harder than Stephen A. Smith.
You know what I mean? He must be getting ready to sign a deal when he retired.
Yeah,
they got him on Sports Center. You know what I mean? He is just making the rounds with his Chris Paul slander. It is it's pretty hardcore. Let's take a look.
Yeah, I mean, it's real like black Air Force One energy.
I mean, black high top Air Force Ones with a wife beater and a do-rag and a Raiders cap fitted backwards.
He really don't
That's
care.
That's how he came out today.
He has no regard for
That's how he came out today. No regard for anybody's safety. No regard for anybody's children. He don't care. Well, this is 40 seconds of some of the heat that he brought. I'm going to try and get through most of the clips because I mean my guy had a lot to say. This is Pat Beverly. Let's go.
Basketball player, you can see it in their eyes. They were scared. It ain't about Luka taking his soul. They knew starting the game what was going to happen. He's done it before. They watch. Trust me. They have iPhones. They have Instagram. They see the numbers of Luka Doncic averaging 39. They hear me saying, "Man, he did it to me. He did it to me." Kawhi, Paul George. I'm damn sure you gonna do it to them. They know that. The boy's scared of Luka. Ain't nobody afraid of anybody over there in Phoenix, man. Everybody in the league knows that, bro. Like, it's just that y'all don't know that because y'all not in the locker room. No one's afraid of Phoenix. We wanted them. We wanted them. No one's afraid of Phoenix. I talked to some teammates. I ain't gonna say who because I'm gonna say who. Forget it. I talked to
dry snitch.
Yes.
A dry snitch in the house. He said, I ain't gonna say who. Now you know what? I'm gonna say who.
Paul George last night, man. I ain't gonna say who because I'm gonna say who. Forget it. I talked to Paul George last night, man. Pat, ain't nobody scared of them.
What are you saying today?
Wow.
Oh man.
Ain't nobody scared of them. Now, that's just one comment.
I love it.
That's one comment that he made that, you know, I mean, look, the Suns were the best team in the West. They had the best record in the league. And really, they were a favorite in this series. I was kind of like of the mindset of, you know, Luka got past the first round. Anything for me at this point is a bonus because, you know, I don't know how well the team is prepared to make it to the finals. I don't know. I hope they can, but they got a huge test with the Suns. I wasn't predicting the Suns. I would say definitely the Mavs gonna win the series because I'm a Mavs fan. I don't give a fuck if it's a 1 in a million odds. I'm gonna say they're gonna win.
Yeah, we could have been playing the 96 Bulls.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna bet no money on it, but I'm definitely going to be like, yeah, I feel like they're gonna win. So in this situation, I was just, you know, anything that as long as they don't get swept, I can live with it. I'm okay with it. And I mean, each game of this series, I got more and more confident these boys was getting ready to heat their ass up. Even when they lost, even when they got blown out in game 5, I was like, wasn't their night? But they didn't just give the game away. They just got kind of got schematically outplayed, but they figured out something in that loss. Run your offense at CP3.
Yes.
Run everything at Chris Paul. You run your entire offense at him, and you make him the core of their defensive stand. That way, he once he breaks down, everything has to adjust and move around, and somebody's going to be open, or you're going to have a shot at the lane. And Luka gets to the lane better than anybody.
Golly, he's like a fucking pit bull.
I mean, look, and he does it tough.
He does it differently than say like Giannis or a LeBron. Obviously, those guys are more athletic. Longer type bodies.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't look like he lifts no kind of weight.
Hey, he look like he don't even work out.
People just
Luka look like he just wakes up in the morning and just goes and hoops.
People just fly off of him when he moves.
He's
got
thick,
some
man.
kind of natural.
You see, he's a thick body, naturally.
Thick ass boy.
He's a thick ass boy.
That's a thick boy.
Hey, look.
They said
He backed down every one of their defenders. Luka Doncic put in post the center.
Yeah, I'm about to say DeAndre Ayton could get it. JaVale McGee.
Everybody can get it, and he scored on all of them.
Yep.
It's crazy, man. Like the dude is like, and look, they Ayton, they traded, they picked him instead of Luka in the draft.
Yeah, he was the
2
number
picks
one
ahead.
pick.
And then the Hawks traded him to the Mavericks.
I bet everybody. Ooh, I know they're so sick right now.
You know they sick.
But that's a culture fit though. I don't know if Luka would be Luka in Atlanta.
Yeah, Luka in Dallas is perfect. I mean, I knew that the moment they said they traded for him, I was like, ooh wee, another European cat. And you know this is gonna be he young. He's 19, so they going. That's a keeper that they're trying to set up right there. Mark Cuban know what he's doing, man. I'll say that. Mark Cuban knows what he's doing with that team. Jason Kidd is the head coach. Everything's running smooth. He's helping them figure it out. I mean, the team was barely 500 at the halfway point, and then they went on a run. Jason Kidd got him right. So we got a $5 super chat here from Charlie Takiopetla. I said that right the first time that time.
Yeah.
That was an amazing game 7 last night. 11 years later, we back in this. Also called the Heat versus Mavs 3 winner take all. Yeah, that would be this would be the rubber match between the Heat and the Mavericks. But no, you're definitely right. I actually kind of hope that happens because if you think about it, Dallas has Luka. Luka is like one of the premier players right now. And the Heat got Jimmy Butler, who is a premier player in the league right now as well. I mean, that could be the two faces of the league going up against each other. That would make a better story than seeing Golden State back in the championship, I think. I mean,
people tired of that.
And it's going to be I think that this team matches up well against Golden State because they're going to play small ball. You're going to have 4 shooting guards on the court at one time and maybe a power forward who can also shoot threes.
Right. I mean, people get all worked up about Golden State because they play, the 5-out or whatever, death lineup, all these different things they do. Small ball, basically. But I mean, that's right up our alley.
And even with the Warriors having, what's his name? Who's the other Splash brother from
Klay Thompson?
Klay Thomas. I wanted to say Keith Thomas or something. Klay Thomas. Klay Thomas is not. I mean, he's still a Splash brother, but he doesn't have. I don't think he has that same explosiveness to get to the rack, to cut into the lane as he used to.
Yeah, he's lost some on defense too. I mean, 2 major.
And they're gonna test his defense. I mean, shoot, I'd be testing that Achilles and that ACL at the same time. Let's see if that shit really fix. You're gonna play D all game long.
2 major.
Everybody who gets the ball.
Lower extremity injuries. It has taken away some of his. I mean, he was 3-and-D. Now it's like 3 and a little bit of defense.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say our strong suit is defense, but
I mean, we played some good defense against Phoenix, and when it mattered.
Yes, we did. We're gonna have to do it again.
We played better defense in the second half of the season than we did in the first half. So I'll
much better.
I like our chances. I'm not going to make a prediction until like game 3 because then I'll see where the momentum's at. But it should be a good series, a great series. Actually,
it's just hitting shots.
Boston and Miami too. It's going to be a great series.
It's a make or miss league. If we're hitting shots, we can beat anybody.
Yeah, for sure. So let's get into this. This I think is this the one I'm okay? Let me switch it up. Let me go to the right one here.
I've seen another one that was like 2 minutes long. It was
I got the other one. I got the 2-minute long one.
Comedic gold.
Oh my God, this was so good. Hold on, this one is this is Get Up. Okay, let me see. Let me make sure I got the right. No, that's the right one. That is the right one. Okay, boom. All right. Oh no, this is Get Up. Is that Stephen A? No, that's not Stephen A. Let me find the one with Stephen A. Stephen A was trying. He was trying to hold the fort for a second. But then he was like, you know what? I can't. There's nothing I can do about this. He's on his own. Here we go.
He went rogue.
Here we go. Woo! My God. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you for your viewing pleasure the slander of Chris Paul. Whew.
Ain't nobody worried about Chris Paul when we play Phoenix Suns. Nobody in the NBA.
What did I just say, though?
And I'm just letting you know how NBA players feel and think.
I believe you, but what I'm saying
He's
is
finessed the game to a point where he gets all the petty calls, all the swipe throughs at the end. I mean, this guy is out, man. We gonna be honest. We want to be really honest.
Yes.
You want me to be real, son? Yes. Want me to be real, son? Yes. A nigga trying to kill my father.
He said, I ain't gonna give up nobody from Harlem. I'll give you some of these other cats. But God dang, man.
Let me bring it back a few seconds. Let's hear him again. Because he actually set the mood right there.
It's all the petty calls, all the swipe throughs at the end. I mean, this guy is out, man. We gonna be honest. We want to be really honest.
Yes.
He should have fouled out. The last game too. You see the replay against Brunson, hit him on the shoulder, hit him in the mouth, ref don't call anything. If that's me, review it. If that's him, they don't call it. So let's not get it twisted, man. He should have fouled out. He can't guard. He literally can't guard.
He can't guard.
Yeah.
He can't. Chris Paul can't guard it.
Stephen A. trying. He like, hey, you mean he can't guard? You're saying come on.
Can you elaborate? You can't be
Come on,
serious.
Pat. You mean he can't guard? He's a professional basketball player.
You can't be serious. He's a Hall of Famer.
You mean to tell me this guy's been playing 17 years? He can't guard? Come on. And he's let me tell you. Let's keep going.
Yeah, tell him, Pat.
Anybody? Is that what you say?
Did you see that? No, he can't. Everyone knows that.
Excuse me. No. I don't know that. I haven't heard anybody tell me that.
Because you haven't suited up. You know, guys don't like to tell you all the truth. You know that. So they scared. They scared.
No. He's right about that. They will lie. He's honest. They will lie. That is true. He's not lying about that.
CP can't guard nobody, man. Everybody in the NBA know that. Everybody knows that.
Anybody.
What we call them? Cone. You know what you do with cones? Like when in the summertime, you got a cone. You make a move. What does the cone do?
Stay still.
Exactly. He's a cone. Stop playing, man. Everyone knows that. It's just y'all don't want to accept it because
I don't accept that. No. I'm saying again, if you're taller than him, you know, you can shoot over him. Obviously, that's an issue.
Give him the Ben Simmons slander. Give him the PG 13 slander. Give him the slander that you give everybody. Come on, Steve.
Give him the slander that you give everybody. Come on, Steve.
Wow. I mean, he does. Is he second all time in steals? Which isn't necessarily like indicative of playing, great shutdown defense. It's, anticipation, getting and passing lanes. But obviously he's like 5'11", 6 foot. So it's going to be a struggle for him to guard some of these younger cats that are 6'6", playing the point. Got 50 pounds on him and 6 inches. I mean, I don't know what he's supposed to be doing. I mean, who's an elite defender?
That's
under
like, okay, this
foot?
Is like, huh?
Who's an elite defender around 6 foot? I'm not sure we've ever had
nobody
one.
I can think of. Now, let me say this. Patrick Beverly chose violence today. That much is obvious. He chose violence. He chose that the slander would come out in full effect and there would be no rescue or mercy for CP3. There would be no concessions for CP3 in this one. He called my man a cone, a practice cone.
God dang. Dog, that's funny.
A practice cone, ladies and gentlemen. Like he's saying, I mean, look, sometimes you kick the cone on your way to the goal, to where you're trying to get to in the drill, but you always get by the cone. The cone never stops you. He's saying this guy is he's like a statue, like you don't move. Now, I mean, that's what they figured out. They figured out that he was the weak link on the defensive end, which I think maybe some teams assume because of the history of CP3 at guard as a defender, 6-7 years ago. Maybe they give him too much credit and don't, run their offense to attack him to exploit his lack of long haul defense. He ain't gonna play D the whole possession. Is what basically it boils down to. So if you make him work harder throughout the game, that's where he's going to lose most of his resolve is on the defensive end.
Right.
Because he wants to score.
They were doing the same thing to Luka.
But
him in
the
all
difference
the
is
action.
Luka started to participate in defense like Jason Kidd wanted him to.
Finally.
So it wasn't just a one-side game from Luka. He would start helping on defense more, which, hey, same thing with Dirk. Dirk was not considered an elite defender by any stretch, but they set it up to where he could participate and he became a factor on defense.
Yes.
He could
set it up where
tip shots.
Yes,
where he got steals every now and again.
Are kind of in your wheelhouse. You're not going to be elite, but you'll be serviceable if you just follow the plan we set up for you.
Yeah,
that's all.
And that's what they're doing with them, and it worked. It worked very well. Now, I think that the bigger story here for CP3 that is gonna follow him even longer than this slanderous video will is that this motherfucker can't get to a championship. And the sun is setting. The sun started setting 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, he's no spring chicken.
And he ain't no spring chicken. He's 37 right now. And not only has he not gotten even to a finals to speak of. Oh, wait, did he get to a finals?
I think he got to 1, right?
Did they get to a finals? Do you guys know if this guy got to a finals? But, you know, at the end of the day, he hasn't, as far as my memory serves me, he's never gotten past the second round. And he's had, last year they got to the
last year
he was in the finals?
Yeah, about to say. I was like, hold on.
Was that the bubble year?
No. Last year. That's right.
Against the Bucks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the Bucks beat that ass.
That's okay. So remember, they kept on putting Ayton on Giannis, like manned up.
Oh, that's not smart.
Like no slide help, you know?
Yeah, that's not smart. Okay, so he got to a finals. Okay, I didn't know. I forgot. That's how forgettable they were.
Yeah, you got to block.
I know Giannis got it because Giannis was a beast, but
yeah, you got to block Warren Sapp with no slide help.
You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, that's a bad idea.
Like, they just refused to help that man. Broke him.
So he did get to the finals last year against the Bucks. My mistake on that. But you know, I guess they're saying now with his 2-0 leads in series, it basically means you're going to lose a series if you're on his team. Because he's had a 2-0 lead in I think like 4 or 5 series, and all of them he lost.
Oh,
so
damn.
You know.
Yeah, I know a couple times he like got hurt and shit, but man, this one
he always gets hurt. He always is hurt when they lose.
This year he just stuck the joint up
about him. Oh, and no, they said he was limping out the arena after the game. They said it was a quad injury. Yeah, okay.
No, we didn't see that, boss. You can't do it in the last game.
And we don't care. We don't care about that.
You can't do it at the end of the last game.
We don't care about that. Now, look, at the end of the day, for me, I look at this situation and I say Pat Beverly he's hating. He is hating. Not going to front, but he's also not lying.
That's him.
Yeah,
what kind of guy he is?
He's being a troll and he's doing what he got to do to get. He's been trending all day long because of this. He's been talking cash shit, and it's gonna work out for him. And look, he ain't the only cat. CP3 ain't the only cat who has just been whirling their wheels away in this in this basketball postseason drama. I mean, look at James Harden. James Harden's another cat.
Oh no, he was showing James Harden love though.
I mean, I wouldn't. James Harden went up in the Philly.
He wasn't showing love.
He went up in the Philly, 30 pounds overweight.
But he was saying he gonna get that Supermax.
You know what I mean? And this cat, last game, win or you're done game, and that cat don't even put no points on the board in the second half.
Pathetic. What, 2 shots or something it was? You and me get up 2 shots.
Come on, man.
That might be all I do.
Booker was just putting up shots so he didn't look like James Harden because he was. I mean, they snatched the soul and life out these bums.
Yeah, their whole big three was like hot.
Their whole big three was getting just straight. They were getting eviscerated on the court. It wasn't even funny. Their fans were just like, God damn. I came for a good game, not a fucking massacre.
Like, I could take a loss, if we fight, go down swinging. But this,
I mean, they didn't even go down swinging.
That's what I'm saying.
They took Luke out at the end of the third quarter. He didn't even play the fourth quarter. Like, how
no,
bad
I'm saying
was
if I was the Phoenix fans, I could take a loss if I see us competing. We're giving ourselves a chance. Doing something. But I mean, I loved it as a Mavs fan, but that shit was hard to watch. Even I like gloating and talking shit. But I mean, that's not even fun to watch when your team win.
Yeah, when your team is when a team, even if it's the opposing team, right? So for me, I love watching. Like I used to love to watch, a team like the San Antonio Spurs get their ass beat because they always beat Dallas, always beat us in the playoffs until that one year when we finally got past them. But there are some times when your team is beating the shit out of your rival so bad that you kind of start feeling sorry for the rival. Like, damn. I mean, y'all try to play hard at least. I mean, just come on, you know what? We'll take another touchdown. Throw it up there. Get another 3-point shot. We'll take it. Whatever. Keep stomping them. Just a little bit of me feel sorry for a moment, but then I remember, they would run that shit up on us if they had the chance to. So keep going.
No question. I mean, they beat the shit out of us. Was it game 5?
Man. It was like with Luka's first, their first two times going to the playoffs with Luka when they got the Clippers and the Clippers are talking all that shit, and they barely get out the series. After Dallas went up like 2-0 last year, I think it was. They came back, beat Dallas. I was pissed, but I'm like, hey, Luka's still young. He gonna get it. He gonna figure it out. And now here they are. They figured it out. And at the expense of CP3 and the Suns, we move on. We go into the Western Conference Finals. Pat Beverly, entertaining to say the least, what he has to say. But we definitely had a good laugh for that one. But I think that it's hey, the playoffs are a different kind of beast, man. Once you get in the playoffs, cats' reputations are made and broken off the playoffs. So, got to be careful. But moving along a little bit here, let's talk a little bit about, there's a little situation that I wanted to talk about here. It wasn't anything. Oh, actually, you know what? I didn't even remember this. There's a response to Pat Beverly and his slander coming from our friend Matt Barnes. Matt Barnes, who is, I wouldn't say he's like super relevant, but
I mean, they got that podcast that's pretty good. Him and Steven Jackson, right?
Yeah, they got a nice
all
podcast.
The smoke.
Him and Steven Jackson. All the smoke. Yep. He had some things to say about this as well. Let me pull it up here real quick. We'll listen to him. I kind of forgot about it, so my bad on that. But let's hear what he has to say here, and then I'll get to the super chat we got. Matt Barnes puts Pat Bev in check. Now, I haven't heard this yet, so not sure how far he goes on this, but let's take it here. Let's take a listen.
As Chris knows, he didn't play well from games 3 to 7. He played terrible, and he'll tell you that. But what I want to touch on real quick, RJ, is the disrespect I saw from Pat Beverly earlier today. As reporters, part of the media, we have a job to be critical, but I think there's a thin line between being critical and disrespecting. And I feel like what Pat Beverly did today to Chris Paul was completely disrespectful and out of the line.
First off, he's not a member of the media.
You're not that guy. Plain and simple. Chris Paul played terrible this year, and his numbers are still better than your career numbers have ever been. So I just think you have to understand.
Slander.
This is a 12-time All-Star. He played terrible. First time, all defense 9 times, 7 times first team all defense. He'll be a Hall of Famer. Pat Bev and I were similar type role players. They don't talk about us when we go. They're going to talk about CP3 when he's done. And I just think the disrespect we saw earlier today on the ESPN show need to be checked because he was way. And as Chris knows, he didn't play.
Okay, so.
I mean, if only people better than you can talk shit, there'd be no one left to talk shit.
Like, if there wasn't somebody to talk shit, then it would be a very boring world. We need shit talkers.
His career was great. He's an all-time great, no question. But I mean, I think
right now.
Everybody saw what Pat Bev was talking about, and he's only talking about right now. He didn't say
now he ain't good.
Yeah, he didn't say he's never played defense. He's a bum. He just said right now he can't guard nobody. And I mean, we saw him not guard anybody.
We saw him not guarding.
So I don't know why he felt he needed to come check him, and I think
look,
he's the kind of guy
I would say this.
Let shit like that go because he talks shit too.
Yeah, I would just say, first off, you're not a member of the media, Matt Barnes. You're not a media talking head per se. You were an NBA player. You're a former NBA player. So you're in your capacity, you are different than, say, a Rachel Nichols or a Stephen A. Smith or, who I don't even know the names of any of these motherfuckers no more. Everybody else is a player. There are athletes. There are people who were on the courts, who played in finals, who played in the playoffs.
That's why you have the job now.
That's why you got the job, because you're a player. You didn't get the job because you went to fucking media school and did journalism. No.
People want to hear what players think. There's a reason
they want to hear what you think.
They have a show full of players.
Secondly, I would say, Matt Barnes, shut the fuck up. Because all you did as a player, he's a role player like me. Yeah, well, you know what? I mean, look, I'm not even going to go there. I'm about to go into the old personal drama between him and some of them players out there.
Oh, I thought you were about to bring up Derek Fisher.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, come on, brother.
30 hours.
No, but Matt Barnes, please shut up. Don't be a company man when you know how it is in locker rooms.
Yeah.
Don't be a company man when you know.
Oftentimes, role players make way better coaches. Oftentimes. Now Jason Kidd was an all-time great, and he's proven himself to be a good coach.
But he was a point guard, which is at a position like that where you're actually like a general on the court. You're directing traffic. You're calling plays. You understand the philosophy better than your teammates do. Yes, you could be a good coach. I mean, hell, they're not doing great, but Steve Kerr is over there in Brooklyn, and eventually I feel like he's going to find a formula there because right now he's doing what the owners want him to do.
Steve Nash.
My bad. Yeah, Steve Nash. My bad. Steve Kerr as well. Steve Kerr as well.
He was a role player. Steve Kerr.
Yeah, he was a role player. Yeah,
and probably be a Hall of Fame coach.
In the position that Pat Beverly's in, of course, he's being candid because he knows what truly how the pulse of the NBA players are about certain players. Like in the NFL, like look, at the end of the day, and I'm almost sure this is the same outside the locker room when we were playing. If you ask each individual NFL player, who do you hate? What team do you hate in this league? Who do you hate? We hate the New England fucking Patriots. Why? Because they're cheaters. That is what you will get from almost every player on every team. Because we would play against this team, and it would always seem like they get some miraculous shit that happens that makes no sense. And the referees just hand them things, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why is this happening? And it's just that it happens to be the Patriots fall into the best possible position every year with Tom Brady. It doesn't matter. So, yes, there is a little bit more nuance to like the relationships and the perspectives the players have on other players, on their peers, because it's a firsthand thing. You're the one who's living it. So for Matt Barnes to come over here and try to act like that's so disrespectful. Man, shut the fuck up. Because when you're on the court, you're talking shit and disrespecting them just as hard. So please, nobody want to hear shit about what you think about disrespect. That's why Kobe had your ass in a fucking hex every fucking year. Y'all met in the playoffs. Shoot. R.I.P. Kobe. All right. So that'll wrap that up. I didn't want to spend too much time on that, but we got a super chat here from Kyle Donovan. $10 super chat. He says, much love from a hopeful Jags fan in North Virginia, Duval. Now, the Jags did actually hire an assistant GM today.
Oh, wow.
After the draft, after the combine, when, all the scouting things are done, and he's got nothing to do until
what would you say
final cut.
You do here?
Yeah, he's just gonna be hanging out until final cut. Maybe next year's draft. It wasn't really new. It would have been newsworthy a month ago. It's no longer newsworthy to me, so I decided I'll just kind of skip that. But let's move on here to a situation with Rajon Rondo. This was something that is a little bit more serious in its nature. Rajon Rondo, TMZ is reporting this. Let me pull it up. Boom, boom. TMZ is reporting the mother of Rajon Rondo's kids claims NBA star pulled a weapon on her during a scary outburst last week. Now she's asking the court for emergency order of protection. I'm going to run through this article. Let me make sure we got everything. Stop there. Pull it up. Run through this article real quickly. I was kind of interested to see what was going on with this because, Rajon Rondo, obviously longtime point guard for the Celtics, got championships with the Celtics, bounced around to other teams, last with the Lakers, I believe, for a couple years. But some drama, of course, busting out here. Oh, he's with the Cavs? Ugh.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
That's terrible. Oh, see why he's mad.
It's like NBA version of Siberia right now.
For real.
Well, no, they're actually okay. They're actually okay. I think.
Okay, did they make the playoffs?
Were they in the? I think they were in the play-in. I think they lost.
They were
in the play-in.
Okay.
So middle of the road team.
Yeah, middle of the road. All right, it's not bad. It's not. But still, he's Rajon Rondo. Things are coming. The sun's setting on him as well. So these are updates that we're getting here. Let's start from the top on this. I would say, Rajon Rondo allegedly pulled a gun on the mother of his children, and threatened to kill her during a heated altercation. And the woman claims her kids witnessed the whole thing. TMZ has learned 36-year-old Ashley Batchelor, Rondo's former partner and mother of his two kids, filed for an emergency protective order in Louisville last week. requesting protection for her son, and daughter. And the story she tells about the alleged incident is scary. Bachelor says Rajon, a two-time NBA champ, four-time All-Star, was playing video games with his son on May 11th when Ashley asked the boy to separate laundry. Bachelor says Rajon became enraged and ripped the game console out of the wall in front of the kid.
Wait, what?
That's weird.
Like he didn't want to be interrupted, I guess. Well,
that's
sure
weird.
That's not.
So he got mad because she asked him to separate the laundry. Asked his son to separate the laundry. His son must have been kicking his ass in some 2K or something. Wow. He must have been hot or something. Because, geez. Bachelor says Rajon became enraged and ripped the console out of the wall in front of the kid. Ashley says Rajon then continued the destructive behavior, smashing everything from a teacup to outdoor lights and trash cans. What? So he just went on like a roid rage or something? I mean, what the hell?
I might not have included the teacup.
Yeah, the teacup. I mean, that's like, why, okay.
It's like I could ball it up in my fist and just...
Bachelor says the kids were upset after witnessing their dad losing it, so she tried to de-escalate the situation. She says Rajon responded by making a death threat, allegedly saying, "You're dead." Okay. Rondo temporarily left the home, according to Ashley, before returning about 15 minutes later when he allegedly approached a back door and began banging on the window with his gun. Bachelor says she didn't know what was going on, so she approached the door from the inside to take a look. She allegedly saw Rondo with a weapon and asked him to stop because she was scaring her. She says Rondo didn't listen and instead yelled, "Get my fucking son." Ashley says she feared if she didn't comply with the alleged gun-wielding hoop star, something bad may happen. So she brought their son Pierre downstairs, but kept the back door closed. Soon after, Ashley says Pierre opened the door and Rondo yanked him outside. Bachelor says Rondo, who was still allegedly holding the gun, was screaming at Pierre, asking why the boy was scared of his dad. Ashley, who claims her son was visibly upset, says she didn't intervene because she was scared Rajon would shoot her. Bachelor says Rajon eventually demanded their daughter also come outside, where she claimed he yelled at both the kids for being afraid of him. Thankfully, Ashley says Rajon's mom and dad both arrived at the home, and although they didn't have much success in calming down Rajon, she claims he eventually left the scene. But now, Bachelor says she's scared for her safety of her and her kids, writing the following in the emergency order of protection on May 13th. "I'm extremely fearful for my safety and for the safety of my children. Rajon has a history of volatile, erratic, explosive behavior. He is verbally, emotionally, and financially abusive. He physically hits our son and calls him names like pussy and accuses him of acting like a bitch." I'm not laughing at the situation, I promise. Rajon verbally assaults our daughter. He calls her names like thought, bitch, and dickhead. Okay, that's bad. Rajon has made several threats on my life, saying at various times he will shoot me or shoot up my car. Ashley, that's wild. Ashley Bachelor was granted protection for herself and her two children by a local judge. We reached out to Rondo's reps, but so far no word back. Based on our digging, Rondo has not been named a suspect in any crime by police and has not been arrested. So that's the outline here. Now we got a couple updates. Couple that came earlier today. Says here, the first one, the judge who signed off on the protective order has ordered Rondo to temporarily stay at least 500 feet away from Ashley and their kids. Ashley has also been awarded temporary custody of the two children. Rajon has also been ordered to temporarily turn over his firearms to the court. For what it's worth, the court granting of the emergency protective order isn't an indication of the ferocity of the claims within it. It's simply a temporary order until parties can get before a judge and argue the merits of a protective order. And then he's at 337, we see here the NBA tells TMZ Sports it is aware of the report and working on getting more information on the alleged incident. Now, sounds like some pretty wild stuff, to be honest. If this was football, I'd be saying CTE might be an issue there.
Coming right on the heels of Earl Thomas.
That's kind of what it sounds like. I mean, he just went batshit. Not gonna lie. Apparently, to this. Now, this is all alleged stuff. This is not You know, we don't know that this is 100% true. And you know,
they have not appeared in court. You know,
this is all. This is not, they haven't even been to court. You know, these are all allegations. You know, and the protective order that they have is not a. It's no a temporary thing that they just give you because you told them, you know, hey, this is my story. I need to help.
Does not mean guilty or innocent. Nothing.
Doesn't mean anything she said is legit to them. But
if it is,
there has to be a reaction. Yeah, if it is, what the fuck? He's gonna need some. He's gonna need a lot of therapy. You need some anger management, and you know, I mean, that's a hard thing. That's a hard thing to come back from, man. You pull out a weapon on your family, like on your kids.
Right.
How do you come back from that? Because you've shown the extent that you are willing to go to, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know what exactly the purpose is, what the end game is for pulling a weapon out like that. You can scare them being mad alone.
I'm sure he's much bigger than anybody else in my house.
Yeah, I mean, he's not like a small dude. He's tall.
I mean, he's small by NBA standards, but, you know, walking around civilians, he's a pretty big dude.
He's a pretty big dude. I mean, I don't know why, you know, it doesn't make sense. I guess, I mean, we weren't there. We don't know.
So it doesn't really make sense. He got some decent hands.
You know, he got some hands on him. So, you know, it's weird. And I would just say that, you know, let's see how things play out. Because at this point, not much that we can go off of other than one side of the story. And who knows what else there is to this. The whole gun part, to me, is the biggest. That's the biggest. That's the scariest part, because that means that you're crossing a line in, you know, your anger to the point where you think that violence is the next logical step. That doesn't.
And that it got there from something so mundane,
so trivial. Like
I feel like
that's one thing I'm worried. Like,
I feel like something's got to be missing.
Something's missing,
but we don't know. I mean, obviously we weren't there. I'm not trying to make light of this shit.
I feel like something is definitely missing from this.
If you can fly out the handle from something like that.
And it wasn't even a question. It wasn't even something that was being asked of him. Like, he wasn't even being talked to. So, like, why would he respond?
I hope they can figure out a way to resolve this shit.
As a parent, if you're sitting there with your kid and your spouse says, "Hey, I need you to come separate this laundry," to the child, what are you gonna do? You're gonna be like, "Hey, go do what your mom tell you to do." You know,
let me pause this.
I'll pause the game. You go do what you got to do, then come back. They gonna be mad.
I'll whoop your ass later in the game.
Yeah, the kid's gonna be mad. I'm not. You know, I that's how I see it playing out in a lot. You know, just that's what would make sense.
Yeah, I'm trying to imagine myself as a kid. I'd be pouting.
Like, man, I mean, I'm almost done. Come on, mom. Smack.
I almost beat Dad for the first time. I've never beat Dad before.
You know what I mean?
Get your ass out there and do that damn laundry. Yeah,
that's when they grab you by the ear and drag you over to the laundry. Like, you better separate this laundry right here, right now. Don't you talk back to me ever again.
Right.
All right. But no, hopefully, you know, we can at least get the rest of the details on what happened.
Get to the bottom of this shit.
Because I just, you know, I'm really, you know, I feel like there's a lot of context missing here, at least. I mean, not saying that his baby mama is
no matter
lying.
what,
I'm not
no
saying
matter what
that.
she
I'm
did,
just saying,
like, nothing that she could do would warrant, you know, pulling out a gun, unless she also had a gun.
There's no reason for him to pull out a gun in any case. But at least let's hear the rest of the story to fill in some of the context that may be missing here, because I would assume that it had to have been something said to him to get him to just, I mean, for him to just, you know, snap. I mean, wouldn't you want something to be directed at you for you to snap? Like, I don't know, that makes sense. So we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, I feel bad for the kids, man.
And the kids getting traumatized from that. That's obviously, that's something tough to deal with as well. So, you know, look, you know, people's private lives, you never know how wild things can get. You never know how how tough things can be for people. So you kind of want to wait and just kind of get a full picture before passing judgment. I mean, obviously, you look at like Johnny Depp and Amber Heard situation, that case going on right now. We're finding out a lot of things that
we're not
people didn't know when she
readily available at the onset.
You know what I mean? They weren't available to the public when he was basically, you know, crucified to the media, lost all his acting roles, and you know, it was wild. So, you know, that's why you always want to wait to hear what the other side has to say or what they have to bring to the story to give it a little bit more context. But let's hope for the best for Rondo and his family and his people, and we'll keep it moving here. So next up, and I wanted to save this one for the back half of the show because I felt like it was going to be a good one. I feel like this one was good. This one might, you know, it might get a little bit, you know, we might get a little bit into some ranting here, but I think it's good for people to, you know, converse about these things and at least hear, you know, different perspectives about things that go on in society these days. Now, as you see behind me, Kim Kardashian on our background. The Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue 2022 has been, I guess it's been released. Not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But Kim Kardashian is on one of these covers. Now, there has been a bit of controversy, and I don't want to even say controversy. There's been a lot of talking about these covers because there's multiple covers to the swimsuit issues. I think every year they have multiple covers, different people on them, athletes, you know, models, singers, you know, there's a bevy of different talent that they use for these swimsuit issues. Now, in this year's swimsuit issue, they had Sierra, they had Kim Kardashian, they had Elon Musk's mother on the cover of one of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issues, which
okay.
That's I mean, I don't see the correlation there, but all right, fine. And then you had a young woman by the name of Yumi Nu, who is a model, and she was featured on one of the covers as well. Now, this is the cover here. Let's take a look. This is the cover. New York Post says Yumi Nu shaking over SI swimsuit cover reveal. Now, I for one think she looks very damn good. I think she's got a beautiful face. She's a thickum. She's a thicko girl. She's a thick girl.
A thick ass girl.
That's a thick ass girl. She's a thickums. But you know, this is not a figure that I would say is I would say she has a good figure. She's thick. She's big body, big bone, big body. Looks good. Pretty face. Presentable. Everything here is fine to me. I don't have a problem with it. But again, there's that old subjective version of what people define as beauty in this country that needs to be brought up to the forefront once again, as we have here a fellow by the name of Dr. Jordan B. Peterson, who is tweeted out today and on this cover, quote tweeting it saying, "Sorry, not beautiful, and no amount of authoritarian tolerance is going to change that." I'll be honest with you. I did a little digging on this Jordan B. Peterson cat. I've heard his name a few times, a number of times actually. And I've never really listened to this guy speak about anything. And
but judging by this one sentence, I can tell I'm probably not going to.
I'll tell you what. I listened to about 10 minutes of this motherfucker talking about some shit about being a man. And I was like, that's why you get no pussy.
Damn.
This is why you get no pussy. Because everything he was saying, look. I'll just say, I get way more pussy than Jordan Peterson has ever gotten in his life, times 10.
Oof.
Way more in my lifetime. I have no doubt I'm literally in the triple-digit numbers ahead of him.
Ooh, tell him, Pat Bev.
You know what I mean? I ain't even motherfucking, this is not even an exaggeration. Hundreds, maybe, I could be pushing 1,000 more than he has ever had in his life easily. In the last, from what? From 2013 or 2013 back to when I graduated college? Easily.
He's probably got a 10, 15-year head start on us.
And he's got 30. He probably, bro, look, hold on now.
I'm not sure.
Hold on now.
I'm not sure how old he is. I've heard his name before.
Let me tell you something. I'm going to show you what this dude looked like. Because it's right under this. That is Jordan Peterson.
Damn.
This motherfucker looked like he caught the T virus.
Wow, there's
from Resident Evil.
This guy's never even been outside.
Look at this guy. Look at him. Is this the guy? If I could find a more flattering picture, I would do that, but I don't really care to because what he said was bullshit. Because what is beauty in the eye of the beholder? It's a subjective thing. Who the fuck does this guy think he is? Of all people, somebody, does anyone on earth believe you to be beautiful?
How did this guy get to be the gatekeeper of beauty?
How did you get to be the gatekeeper of beauty? This guy.
Ooh.
This guy right here. Who is this guy to say who's beautiful? So for me, again, I look at this woman, and I'll even go one step further. Let's pull up more pictures of her. Let's pull up more pictures of her, just so we can let me give a little bit more, so we can give a little bit more context, because this is, this to me is just, this is a hating ass bitch. Look at this woman.
I just pulled up Jordan Peterson's wife.
Oh, no. Did you? Hold on.
Now, I'm saved, so I ain't gonna be ugly. He has no room to talk.
Oh, yo, put the link in the private chat. We're going to expose this motherfucker.
He don't need to be talking.
Now, look, I'm looking at these pictures. Come on, bro. You go back to the Victorian days of human history and European history, and look at all these pictures of the naked people you see from the Italian artists, from Italian painters. They're all full-bodied women, thick women. I'm Nigerian. You go around Nigerian people and you bone thin, they're gonna be looking at you and grabbing on your arms like, yo, where's your meat? Why do you not eat food? Do not eat food? Why are you not eating?
Yeah.
Why you look like a skeleton? Why do you
almost
like stick and bones?
The most beautiful, highly criticized, most well thought of paintings were of what we would now call, big boned women. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Look at this chick, man. Come on, man. Look, 99% of you motherfucker men on our chat, y'all see her out. Y'all gonna try and holler at her.
Let's keep it funky. Let's keep it funky.
You gonna try and holler at her.
Yeah.
You're gonna try and look at this. Come on, man. You telling me she don't look good? Fuck out of here. What? Come on. She look good? Shit, not every good-looking woman is gonna be 120 pounds, my friends.
Hey.
Some of y'all better lower y'all standards, because y'all ain't even on that standard for them to be looking at you like that.
Hey, you ever seen Have you ever seen a single chick on my 600-pound life?
You know what I mean? Like
they always got a man. They always got a man.
You know what I'm saying? I don't see nobody shunning thick boned girls. I don't never see it.
Hey, there's somebody out here for everybody. No matter what you look like.
Everybody. Exactly. Look at that. Come on. What? Shit. Hey, what's your phone number? Let me holler at you. Let me holler.
Maybe he just mad because he can't, reach what you need
He's
to
mad
reach.
because she wouldn't give that motherfucker the time of day. That much I know to be true. Now, aside from that, I mean, look, there's nobody. Look, I mean, look, and I'm not even like I'm not the guy who's over here like, oh, body positivity and this and that. Look, everybody has their own taste. I respect that. You can, if she's not for you, she's not for you. If her body type is not for you, she ain't for you. Ain't nobody sweating and ain't nobody losing a minute of sleep over it. She ain't, right. I know that.
Right.
She ain't gonna lose a minute of sleep over it.
She just booked the most famous cover probably in the world, maybe Vogue or something would be.
Yeah, she just made Sports Illustrated. Oh shoot, hold on, Stu. Oh, Stu's in the chat. Stu says he want to pull up. Man, yeah. Let's bring Stu into it real quick. I'm gonna send you a link, Stu. But like this is, and let me pull this guy's stupid ass tweet back up. Like, and I'm gonna, we're gonna go through the comments too, because this is the kind of thing, there is there is a level of consequence to people who act like that, because not everybody is going to ever, there is no like set image of what beautiful is in this world. Like there's just not. Beautiful is different for every person in every way. But when you have cats like this, I mean, this is an absolute that he's putting out there. That's an absolute. So he is trying to cement what an image of beauty should be, when we all know everybody's different. Whatever floats your boat at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And this cat, it has the nerve to think that because he, I guess, has a following, I guess, that means that what he says
his gospel
is somehow factual. I mean, I listened to this guy talk about manhood, and I'm like, nobody do that. Don't no man rest all their eggs on that kind of bullshit you talking.
Oh man! Like,
who are you talking to when you talk about this? You talking to motherfuckers who don't get pussy? Because maybe that's what maybe that's where you feel like you have a little power over them to try and get them to have an illusion of what a good man should do, what a masculine man should do. But I can tell you that no, people who study how to be a man, they'll never learn how to be a man, because you either got the game as a young kid, or got the game from witnessing people that you care about in your life, act it out, because that's how it usually is. Like my dad has been. My dad was top notch. He's a Nigerian dad. Any Nigerian person who's listening, I tell you, my dad was a Nigerian dad. You know exactly what that is. But I learned principles on how to treat people and how to act towards people from watching how they do it. They treat people with respect. They treat people with they give people opportunity to show who they are, rather than to try and assume who they are.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And this cat here with this, I feel like this is garbage. But let me pull this up real quick, because we got a picture of, since he wants to talk about what beauty is, since his definition of beauty is, I guess, I don't know. I'll just assume that his wife is his definition of beauty. So let's take a look at his wife, just for a small comparison. No disrespect to her, but we're gonna take a look. Since your husband thinks he can define it, then we're gonna look at you and say that must be what it means.
I mean, she got to be a hell of a woman to put up with this nonsense.
She better be beating out Kim Kardashian on this cover, or he ain't shit, and he need to go just sit his ass down, shut the fuck up. Here we go. Woo! Woo! Oh, is that her too?
Ooh.
Come on now.
Man.
Is this what he's talking? Oh, this is him too. Look, come on, bro. Come on. Look at this motherfucker. He got on a goddamn blazer with a tie and some jeans. Like, come on, bro.
I mean, maybe she was a fox back in her day.
She look like come on. She look like she about to go rob somebody. What is this? All blacked out?
Oh,
Can't even see no features. This shit all just look like a damn, come on. Where's her titties at?
I think it's just a board.
It looked like a washboard. Oh, here we go. Here goes something a little bit more. Yeah, that looks worse.
They ain't asking her to be on no cover or nothing.
They ain't asking her to be on the insert. You know what I mean? Fuck out it. Not even the cover. I mean, come on. Look.
If Elon Musk mama can be on there, they clearly don't. They're clearly not biased against old people.
Oh,
but they're not asking her.
There she is, Miss America.
I mean,
she looks like a fucking flat as a washboard ass, basic ass, old ass woman.
Yeah, she just looked like an old lady. I mean, I guess she
looks like an old lady with no definitive features anywhere.
Like she probably runs a couple miles a day, which I mean, hey, good for him. He seems happy. They seem happy. If they, I mean, I presume this is their first marriage. I don't know. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. Good for them.
Yeah, you be over here being modest. I say she look ugly as shit to me.
I mean, for all this shit he talking,
his wife don't look like shit neither.
I was expecting who's like a good looking older lady, like Angela Bassett.
I mean, not even graceful. Oh shit! Here we go. Big Stu, what up?
Hey man, come on, dude.
Oh, what, you want me to back up on this bitch? No. Look at her.
Hey, she all right though. She all right.
Who, her?
Yeah.
She's just catching strays because of her husband right now.
I let her top me off if she needed. If I was a drug dealer and she needed some meth, I let her top me off for some meth.
See how her cheeks blow? Hey, you see how her cheeks going like that? Hey, she be feeling it.
She can suck a golf ball through a garden hose.
He's actually not a bad dude, though. He really isn't.
Who? Have you listened? Did you listen to? Have you listened to his
Jordan Peterson? He talks about being a man, right?
I have not listened. I have not listened to him.
And when you listen to him talk about being a man, do you think that he knows what he's really talking about? Because I didn't. I was like, this ain't
Canadian. What? He's Canadian, so he's
he's Canadian.
Yeah.
Oh well,
what the hell is he talking about?
He has no credibility here in America.
Like,
get out of here.
Kim Kardashian's ass is too big. It's too big.
Fake, bro. That's why it's too big.
Right? Yeah. It doesn't look good, does it, or no?
No, I've met Kim Kardashian a couple times. Her ass does not look good in real life.
Trash.
It doesn't look good.
Trash.
It looks trash. Yes.
Good.
I mean, there is such a thing as too big. Yes.
Well,
let's take a look at these covers.
It's not about big though, but it's
like misshapen.
No, it's completely disproportionate from her.
Yeah, it looks awkward.
Like it's completely disproportionate from her legs. That's why it looks bad.
I'm about to say you should have like cuts in
bigger
your legs.
Hamstrings. You should have big hamstrings, big quads. She don't got none of that. How's your ass that big with no quads and no hamstrings?
Yeah, your legs should look like Earl Campbell.
Yeah, your legs should be much bigger
for all that ass.
Yeah, and you have no calves either. Like there's nothing down, but I mean,
like look at this,
that's
bro.
All,
like
that's all.
If you got behind her right here, you wouldn't be able to see her hamstrings because that's how far her ass comes out over her legs.
How many kids she got? Just the two, right?
One.
Yeah, two.
Is it two?
Yeah, she got two.
For a 40-year-old mom of two.
Well, I mean,
good for you. But when your job is to look like that, you're going to look like that.
I would.
There you go. I think that's the difference between her and her.
Good point.
Like she's a model now, right? For plus size models, but this chick has been groomed. Like she's been groomed to be this.
Like her mom.
Not her entire family.
Got famous by Ray J butt fucking her.
In large point. A large part of her brand existence is the way she looks. Now she's trying to pivot away from that with businesses and
she's teeny, right? She's
like 5'2", I think. So you're naturally going to be kind of curvy.
She's not even tall.
Most short women are going to be
stocky legs.
Yeah,
thick legs.
I feel like if you were to touch her thigh, it would just be mush. Like there'd be
no, bro. If you're talking about like muscle density,
yes, that's what I'm saying. Yes, I want
no
that where you like it's a fucking like an oak tree.
Yeah,
I want them legs got to have a little firmness too. I can't squeeze all the way down to your femur. You know what I mean?
Wow. I need to see some video of y'all squatting at least 225.
At least your body, at least double your body weight, something. Now, you got that cover here with Kim Kardashian. Now, I think, honestly, she looks good here. Like, let's, okay.
I ain't go front. No man in the world is kicking her out of bed.
Uche,
nobody.
You would look good on that cover in the bathing suit. It was fucking with all the fucking Photoshop and shit, man. So
yeah. And you got to know that they definitely, because come on, all this right here, this is supposed to have a little flab right here. We all know that.
I want to stretch
bending over your leg. You bending over your leg. This is going to be a little flabby. That don't matter what you do. This is going to be a little flabby right here.
She's hairy. You know she's hairy.
Now this one is probably the most natural of all the pictures, I think. Because look, you can see where her ass stops and her hamstrings begin.
Well,
it's not like smooth. It's there's a little fat right there.
Definition.
There's a little bit of fat right there, which is fine.
Yeah. Now she's been
some stretch marks right here. You can see a little stretch marks.
A world-class dancer.
Marks right here.
World-class dancer for the last 25 years.
Yeah, so she's been working out relentlessly her entire adult life.
An extremely developed lower body.
Yes. And she's already, this is genetics. This is genetics. The fact that she's shaped like this
cornbread and collard greens.
I mean, if you do look at it though, it does look a little unproportionate though. That might be Photoshop.
This is genetics. Like I said, her legs are going to be bigger. She's tall now. She's tall.
Her
she is very tall.
Like, and all of a sudden, bow. Like, I don't know.
Look, bruh, trust me when I tell you this.
That's cornbread. Cornbread and collard greens.
Justin, look at that.
Yams, red beans and rice.
You know what I mean? These is yams. These are yams. That's what we call them. These yams.
But you go from this to that.
She's.
It looks a little.
Look, this does not look the same as this.
Granted, completely different pose.
But look though,
different pose.
Yes, but exaggerated. It looks a little exaggerated.
This looks like okay. So look, if I had to only because I've seen this from behind, to be honest, and you've seen pictures.
Well, I think everybody has.
It's hard to it's hard to explain. Yeah, everybody has. It's hard to explain how different this ass really looks compared to this.
Do you think she can wipe her own ass?
No, she has a servant for that.
She has one of the reach poles.
I'm just saying, I don't think she can. I don't think her arms are long enough to reach around to that big fucking turd cutter of hers.
Now this one, I was like, why is she here? I was like, why is she here? This Elon Musk's mom. I didn't know that was.
Yeah, at first I thought she was just like an old model from back in the day. Maybe she was like the first cover model.
Why do we need that in our lives right now?
If you got $1 billion and your mom wants to be on Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue, I'm gonna make it happen.
I say, Mom, get your ass down and go the fuck out. You're not. Going.
If this is my mom's one dream, hey.
Look. At the end of the day,
I ain't gonna send you to space, but I'll put you on the Sports Illustrated.
I'm not gonna talk shit about Elon Musk's mom or nothing, but let's be honest.
Why? Because you think he rules the world?
No, I don't. I don't really give two shits about Elon Musk, to be honest. But I'm not I'm indifferent to him. I'm not either for him or against him. I just recognize
he's definitely not from this planet, though. He's not.
He's a bit of a troll, which I'm cool with because I like that. It's kind of fun to see people get trolled and see people troll. That's fun. I like to do it myself.
I will say this. Let me ask you that, Justin and Uche. At the end of the day, how do you have respect for somebody? At the end of the day,
based on what they do compared to what they say,
their actions, to get respect, you got to give it.
I would say this: if you can take me out, I got respect for you. When shit breaks down, I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how good you look. There's one. It's me and you. Only one can walk out.
Hey,
I respect that.
That's the great equalizer. But you're gonna. The three of us are over 99.9% of the population of Earth.
We're the 99th percentile.
I'm not fucking with you two guys. I respect you.
True. They're like another tier.
This shit with all the money and they have all whatever, that don't mean nothing to me.
I agree with you.
That don't mean nothing.
I don't
mean
respect
nothing
that.
to me neither. That's what I'm saying.
Person.
Like that's why the whole like the Elon Musk buying
Can you
Twitter
take your
shit,
face and hit somebody else?
Honestly, I don't care if he buys Twitter. I think that if he buys Twitter, okay, cool. What
good for you?
I think
what is that going to really change about Twitter? Nothing.
I think he is helping out society, though. I mean, I think he's
scamming society. If you're really being real, he's scamming society. He scams society 3 times a year. He does it 3 times a year. He pulls some shit that rocks, that costs people a lot of money or gains people a lot of money, and then he fucking switches off and does something else.
He just gets bored and does the next thing.
Yeah, until he gets bored. He literally does this shit to amuse himself. Look, he was about to buy Twitter, or he says he's buying Twitter. Their stock price shot up like fucking 30%. Now, in the last 24 hours, it's like they're saying it's a less than 50% chance that the deal closes.
So he's playing it? So he's playing us.
He's playing it because now their value has dropped like 16%. So he's trying to pay less than the full amount to get them. Like he's trying to scam them to buy Twitter. So it's not like, I mean, it's not.
He looks at us as some fuck boys. Then just I'm gonna take advantage of these motherfuckers, right? I'm gonna do whatever.
He's a smart motherfucker. He is a smart genius level motherfucker, but he's also a fuck boy. So take that as you will. He's gonna do shit in different ways. You're gonna be like, what the fuck is he doing this for?
I mean, there's not many people in that realm of wealth that you would want to kick it with outside of them being extremely wealthy.
Yeah,
like these
are people have all that money. Would you hang out with him?
I mean, nothing. I
would be like, hey, Elon, let's go get a drink tonight. But
no, those people don't hang out. They don't associate with
right. Like in the trial, they said he had a threesome with Amber Heard and Carla Delevingne. That doesn't happen if you're not super, super, super wealthy.
That only happened because he's a billionaire.
Like
you think if he was just a regular kid working it, you think if Elon Musk was a regular motherfucker working in like Silicon Valley,
like he was not getting that type of pussy.
That he would ever have that opportunity? No, it wouldn't happen.
He'd be like this. He's one of them dudes that stands outside the parking lot after a game with his hands in his pockets, like, "Hey guys,
can I get an autograph?
Yeah,
you mind, sir?"
My wife. I don't want to meet your wife. I don't want to meet your wife.
Bill Gates also said famously, "Be nice to nerds because one day you'll probably work for one."
Yeah, well, you know what?
I ain't gonna front. I mean, I got a lot of nerd friends, but I mean, they'll even tell you.
Yeah, that's cool though. But at the end of the day, what happens? Shut the fuck up. What are they gonna do?
Oh yeah, you can't. You're not gonna make me shut up.
He's not gonna say shit or do shit to you if you walk up on him.
You can
his security might.
Well, no. What I'm saying is though, if you ask him like, "Hey, can you take me out?" No, I can't. Then shut the fuck up. Get the fuck away from me. That's what I'm saying.
Now, I think that this picture is fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with our picture. I'm just like, it's just weird. It's a weird that this is the one who made it in.
That's gross. It's not sexy. It's not. It's like I don't.
It's not. It's not. It's not.
I mean,
at
least she had. At least they gave her a one piece.
I mean, she's good looking. No offense, but
I mean, my God, if they didn't give her one piece,
listen.
That's what I'm saying. She did it tactfully.
I can go to
possible.
Yes.
I can go to Walmart and see this shit. I don't need to. Like on the internet, I want to see some shit I don't see every day.
But I also think there was some type of theme for this. I don't think they just chose these women randomly. I glanced.
I mean,
the
it
article.
feels like they did. What kind of theme could it be where she would fit into it?
It's like a fucking potpourri. It's like a fucking.
Hey, let's get May Musk. I think she'll be great for this.
Like, hey, is she available? Yeah, I don't know how you thought of her.
I can still.
I didn't even know he had a mom until she hosted.
That's
I didn't know she had a mom.
I can still, guys. Hey, I can still suck.
I didn't know this motherfucker had a mom until he hosted SNL.
Oh man.
Also, when he was on SNL, lost a lot of fucking money. Lost a lot of money because of him on SNL.
But why would you think that he has the charisma to carry that type of show?
I mean, no, he did a good job hosting. The thing is that he was supposed to promote the crypto money that he had been pumping for the previous month. It had exploded in value. I forget what the fuck it's even called now. I sold my shit off. But He was supposed to promote it. He literally shit on it on SNL, and it tanked after that.
Wasn't it called Maya? Maya Money?
No, man, it was
his mom's name's Maya Money.
The other guy named it after his daughter, the one
Maya Money.
The one that took a shit today or yesterday.
No, it was Dogecoin. Yeah, the dog. The Dogecoin. Man, I lost bread on Dogecoin because of this motherfucker. So that's when I was like, you know what? Let me look back at what he's been doing. He did it to Bitcoin when he said that Bitcoin was what they're going to use to take their money for their Teslas. He did it to Dogecoin, and now he's doing it to Twitter. He's fucking with their value repeatedly to manipulate it, to get it for less. He borrowed $1 billion from somebody to get Twitter.
Uche, why are you listening to these motherfuckers?
No, it's what they've been doing. No, but when he got on Dogecoin's value fucking skyrocketed.
Do not listen to white people. All right, you have to understand that they're grimy as shit. They're assholes. I'm just telling you, they're only about themselves, man. They're not trying to help out nobody else.
They are the worst.
The worst motherfuckers. No,
I wouldn't say they're the worst, but
they
are fucking assholes.
I think that this is just a random. I think this is very random that she's in it, but I have no problem with the picture.
Yeah, I don't know anything about her other than she birthed.
It's not a bad picture at all. Oh,
I think this chick is bad. I ain't gonna front. Man.
So
she's chunky, whatever. That ain't. That's
Uche,
not gonna
Uche. So when we go on East Coast trips, we go on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
She's the first one I'm going up to right now.
Yeah.
First one I'm going up to.
Yeah,
because she has a personality. She's fun.
Yeah.
She might buy me some
comfortable in her own fucking skin, which I can assure you, 2 out of the other 3 are not comfortable in their own skin.
Trash.
Especially this one. She is completely uncomfortable in her own skin.
I'm not gonna lie. I think she probably looks better like plain clothes than any of the other women.
Oh yeah, absolutely, bro. That's why I was looking at her pictures. Like we got her pictures over
Sierra's borderline. Skinny to me. Like I think this is a good-looking woman right here. Like Stu said,
bro.
Like, she's definitely getting hollered at the bar.
She's getting hollered at more than they are at the bar. I promise you.
No, and you have all the skinny bitches going, why aren't they?
Why are they talking to her?
Because
you know that's how they're gonna be.
We don't like you.
Why are they talking to her?
Why aren't you talking to us? Because we don't like you.
Because I done smashed 1 million of you before. That's why.
You smell. That's why I used to say. You know why? Because you smell. They're like,
because she has personality.
Well, no, and I guarantee you, she'll suck the chrome off a Cadillac. She will fucking gone.
Here we go. Stu's in the house, y'all. Welcome, Stu.
I mean, we see what Kim can do.
Well,
oh yeah, we already know how Kim get down. But yeah, so and then look, man. Again, it's not even it's not about Elon Musk or any of that.
Kim Kardashian's eyes going. Is she real?
I think at the end of the day, when you look at
Mike, is that
what Jordan Peterson said? It's just it's just a useless comment at the end of the day because, as you can tell with him,
here's what happens though: when you put yourself out there, you got to be careful. Because people are going to pick, like, we're gonna see everything you have. So be careful about knowing everything, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, don't be a
know-it-all.
Remember,
because people will because like we just did, we took 2 seconds to pull up his wife. And we like, well, shit, if she ain't bad, then what the fuck you pick your wife for? Because she ain't bad neither.
I'm sure someone's already hit him with the same response in regard to his wife.
I mean, come on. And then on top of that, him himself, he looked like shit. Jesus.
No, but here's the thing. He don't give a fuck about his wife. All he cares about is him. That's it.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Also true.
Clearly.
I'd bend that.
So at the end of the day, beauty is subjective, folks. It doesn't matter what your version of beauty is.
I'd bend right over that.
It may not be the next person's version. So get the fuck off that shit and don't let people
Niagara Fall.
Don't let people like Jordan Peterson, of all people, tell you what a beautiful woman should look like.
I'm not gonna let that guy tell me shit about shit.
No, here's the thing. I'm very smart. Well, you know what? Bow.
You weren't smart enough to avoid getting smacked upside the head.
Oh no!
So you're pretty stupid. No,
hey,
but
he got he got his 15 minutes out of this. I mean, I guess he's
the dude is big on. He's big on YouTube.
Dude, he gets paid, dude,
from people like us. Like we wouldn't have thought.
No. Like universities fly him in and pay him to talk.
Not anymore.
No,
they were, but not much anymore. No, maybe in Canada where people give a fuck about what he got to say, but in the United States, I don't really give a fuck.
You know, he said
he's verified on Twitter, so I mean, he has some type of following. I mean,
I'd rather be a has-been than a never was, motherfuckers.
He's doing something.
I mean, again, I just looking at the
bitch.
I mean, he's a doctor, so I mean, he's got some basis for something. I mean, not this, but I mean, he knows something about something.
No, hold on. I want your opinion. So my Emma, she's in 2nd grade.
Oh,
her teacher calls herself Dr. Shaw.
Yeah, she has a PhD or a master's in or a doctorate.
She has postgraduate degree.
Fucking bitch! You're a 2nd grade teacher. She signs her name, Dr. Shaw. I'm like,
that's because of
if she's got the papers to back
the
it
level
up.
of education, where she got that. She's been certified with a doctorate. So
you're a 2nd grade
doctor, but it's
you're a 2nd grade.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
You're still a doctor.
You could be a janitor.
That don't piss you off?
No, not if she has the credentials to back
it
up.
If she's a 2nd grade teacher with a doctorate and she has a DR before her name,
that
means she chose to do that shit.
She's made some poor life choices.
Here's where I'm going to flip you.
Or she got
the students
rich
call
husband.
her doctor.
Say what? Yeah, you do.
She has the students call her doctor.
Yeah, I mean,
that's her title.
I would have you call me doctor if I was a doctor.
Yeah, if I was a doctor and you called me like just.
Like
if it was in a professional setting and you called me like Uche, I'd be pissed.
There's certain positions that do get that type of. Now I wouldn't.
When they say Mrs. Shaw, she goes, no, Dr. Shaw.
Yeah, I mean that's technically correct though.
Only for a couple positions.
I'm gonna cut your dreadlocks.
Bro, it's correct. Like, look, like the first lady. Jill Biden is Dr. Jill Biden. That's her name. That's her name. That's her title when you announce her anywhere. Dr. Jill Biden.
But to have your 2nd grade kids call you doctor and not Mrs.
What's wrong with that? You call a doctor if you go to a physician.
Yeah, a guy who's gonna fucking fix my appendix. Yeah, that's a doctor.
You're only calling him a doctor because he has the MD label before his name, a medical doctor. Because he got his MD. He got it because he went to medical school. That's why you can call him doctor.
Yeah, there's so many types of doctors. It's not just about your profession.
Yeah.
I mean, if you choose to go into education.
So if I got my PhD, I said, hey, make sure when you guys address me, you call me Dr. Schweitzer.
You'd have that right.
You wouldn't be like.
You could make them do that. You could. But because look at it like this. What was the point of you going and getting that fucking title if you're not going to fucking use it?
Because you have a little dick and no one fucking likes you, and you need that title to fucking make yourself feel important.
There are plenty of black guys who have the doctorate. You know they don't have small dicks.
That is,
you know that.
I mean, people do. Some of it is about respect.
Why do they do it?
Some of it is clearly about respect and having a sense of accomplishment over others.
No,
if you're using it in that sense. But at the end of the day, I did go and earn it. Now, if she's not a real doctor, if she doesn't really have a doctorate degree,
can fucking laser off a fucking herpes. A doctor does not fucking write poems.
That's a different doctor. That's a different doctor.
A doctor could do anything.
That's a studious doctor then, or a academic doctor.
I mean, sure, exactly.
Yeah, you're right. They're different doctors.
Doctors save lives, though.
Many pastors.
No, you're medical doctors. That's a medical doctor, not a doctor.
That's a real.
So
doctor.
You're saying it's a specific kind of doctor, a medical doctor.
You had to call a reverend a doctor if they have that degree. It doesn't matter the profession.
I spit in his face, a reverend. Fuck that.
If they're a real doctor. If they have a doctorate of divinity, I think that's what it's called.
Is that? Can you really get a doctorate in divinity?
They get something.
Yeah.
There's a doctorate for damn near every major
doctor,
profession.
whatever. Yeah, it does. It's not just medicine.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Yeah. Dr. Phil.
Look at him, silence. Yeah, not gonna say shit about that. No.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Yeah.
Wait, don't.
Yeah.
Doctor. Yeah, doctor in divinity, I believe.
Doctor. What was Dr. Martin Luther King a doctor of?
I'm not sure.
Divine preaching, obviously.
No, I'm being serious.
No, probably divinity. I think. I mean,
yeah,
because you go to
he probably
went
to a school. He went to a school for it, I'm sure.
I think he went to a seminary.
Yeah, theology. Like
preachers go to seminary.
Yeah.
He said what? He went to a school.
He went to like a school for that shit. Theology school. Like they have scholars in that shit, dude.
Now, if you don't want to call Julius Irving a doctor, or you don't want to call Dr. Dre a doctor, I have no problem with that.
That was a fucking nickname. That was a nickname. That shit wasn't real.
If you don't want to call those guys doctor,
I'd have been.
You can't they could not force you to call them doctor.
No.
These other people.
All right, so I'm going to go through some of these responses here because I'm interested on this.
Was Dr. J a real doctor? I think he was.
No, I don't think he was.
He was a doctor of fucking.
I don't know.
He's
Doctor
still alive. He looks good too.
I mean, okay, boom, here we go. This is a perfect example. These are famous paintings.
That's white women.
But for being,
look, look at this. They made sure they got them titties right.
Yeah, but I'll say the last picture for being as plump as they are, they're not very busty. I would expect a little bit more in the chest area.
Man, they considered this shit pornography back then. They had to be a little easy with it. Keep it within a certain range, or these cats is gonna they get their ass sent to the guillotine.
Right. Yeah, it's real stakes back then.
You know what I mean? I mean, a lot of people are just ripping this cat because it's like, bruh, you're not stupid people, smart person. I mean,
oh wait, hey Stu, you're muted.
Oh, Stu, is he muted?
Yeah, I saw he's
messing with his mic. Let me see. He'll figure it out. Somebody said bold of a guy who looks like a PS2 render of Count Dooku to comment on someone else's looks. Wow. Oh shit.
I mean, it just goes like to the old saying, be careful throwing stones.
Somebody got him.
Okay.
You know it. The internet ain't never gonna lose, y'all. My man, your missus is a 4 out of 10 on her best day. Sit this one out, homie. Hey. Oh, and look at this dumb mother. Why stoop to this level? She has feelings too. Shut the fuck up.
If
she had feelings, she wouldn't be married to that knobhead.
Wow. Just like old buddy at the Steelers game. Sometimes you catch a stray because your significant other.
Your girl, sometimes your significant other will get your ass whooped. And now he done got his wife put on blast.
Hold on. Now we still can't hear you, Stu. Damn.
Stu, let me see.
Hello.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. We got you.
Was that a man that made that comment about she has feelings too?
Who knows? I don't even know.
Man, we can't even tell nowadays.
I'm just saying that's the fucking problem. That shit right there, that comment right there. Everyone had.
She has feelings. Well, we don't give a fuck about those feelings here on the internet. Just so you know. Keep that in mind. On the internet,
she might be a great lady. I'll never fuck
with her.
But based on what her husband said,
that's a thick chick right there, getting her shit munched on.
She's like, what are you doing?
That's Eve, ain't it?
This is like the first.
That's Adam.
The first depiction of cunnilingus.
First depiction.
How old was that statue right there? Yeah, this.
Who knows, dude? This is probably like thousands of years old.
She has no ass.
But got some monster titties though.
Right.
Things.
All love handles, but no ass.
18, 35 white men. I have no direction in my life. I'm going Jordan.
Damn.
I can help you. That motherfucker look like he got the T virus, dude. Like, look, bro, come on. I would smash that shit 6 days out of the week. Sleep in on the 7th. Come on. See, that's an ass with attached to real legs.
Why do they keep putting her on here? What's the connection?
Well, because he's the one. Because he picked her picture out and said, "This is what he said." He said, "Sorry, not beautiful, and no amount of authoritarian tolerance is going to change that."
Okay, got it.
So he's shitting on her when
he singled her out of the 4.
Out of the 4 when he looked like this. I mean, come on, bro. Look at this dude's face. This picture is really like weird. Like it looks like he has a virus, my dude. Like he's about to be a zombie.
Like he's very with the eyes like that.
He looks like Twilight.
Look,
like
he's
if
high.
He goes outside, he might melt.
His teeth are fucked up too. I mean, he's. I
mean, he's somehow the end all and be all of beauty. Somehow.
Yeah, he is the authority on this. He knows what is beautiful.
He will say that.
That's what he's saying.
See, don't you go back? I want to. I do want to read some of these comments.
Shit. Come on, that should go right there. That should look good, bro.
I think JP might be on drugs again. Only way to explain not finding Yumi new and possibly attractive. Yumi new. Where's Yumi new? That's not the best picture. That's.
I mean, she's thick. She's a big hip girl.
I know, but that picture's not the. She has a flat ass though. She has a big flat ass.
No, look. Oh shit! I think I just went by it.
She got a
thicker one over here.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, man, she got a big flat ass. It's not good.
Let's take a look. Let's see. There's a picture I had up here. Look. Oh, God damn.
Invisalign's like $1,000, man.
You know what I mean? Like, get your shit right, homie.
16 months, your shit's fixed.
I've been through those.
You might be giving her too much credit. I
mean, there's one picture I seen over here where she looked like she had a nice little. Like, here we go. Boom. It's not a flat ass.
Okay.
These are probably newer than the ones that we just looked at. So I don't know. But well, I don't know, man. I mean, I just look at it like, you know, at the end of the day, we all know that that this old motherfucker has no real clout to be just shitting on women who
that is very rude that he would just call her out and did she provoke him at all? Or I mean, why
he just put her shit up there. Like
she's probably never heard of this dude.
She's never heard of him. I'm sure she's never heard of this cat. Like on that alone, it's like, bro, you just a little.
Can we actually look through the 2022 Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition? Can we?
And what about her feelings?
Can we look through that right now?
He wasn't concerned about her feelings.
They put out some pictures.
I don't think it's out.
Is it? Is it still a thing? I didn't even know it was still a thing.
It's not like it used to be.
Yeah, because you used to be able to just go. It used to be on the store shelves and shit, so you'd have to wait for it to come out. Now, you can find it all online.
That Tyra Banks issue? Woo.
Yeah, that's the most famous one they ever had.
Damn.
What, Kate Upton?
Tyra Banks on the cover.
Kate Upton was bad too.
Kate Upton, hers was big too. Yeah, those are probably the two biggest. Yeah,
natural.
For
sure.
The Tyra Banks issue made me a man.
What year was that? That would have been.
That was like right around 2002, like maybe 2000.
You can kiss my big black ass.
You know what I mean? She was the first black woman on it, and she looked fine.
Was it really?
No,
Nev Campbell, I thought was.
Oh yeah, you might be right.
She used to fight everybody.
Might be right.
Nev Campbell didn't fuck around, man. She would fight your ass.
Hey, she was vicious.
She was high. She was high on cocaine the whole fucking time.
Yeah, she'd just be beating up her fucking assistants.
I think that's par for the course.
Anyways, folks,
in the model world.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's just breakfast.
That's like cocaine and coffee. That's how they get by. Anyways, we hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't already. We're sitting at an hour.
Can I ask one question before we leave?
Yeah.
What's the deal with Will Smith's son? Why is he on everything? What's his story?
I haven't seen him do anything lately.
I know he got mocked for like talking about like kids his age. He's like, why aren't we talking about like climate change? Why aren't we talking about like this world issues here and there? Why
so he's that nerdy ass annoying motherfucker then?
Well, no, he is a recording artist of his own right.
Hey, real talk. If you've listened to some of his tracks, that motherfucker nice.
He can rap?
Is he a rapper?
Hold on. I'm gonna test YouTube's
I'm telling you,
copyright algorithm right here. Let me pull up.
Have you heard the new Cameron on Funk Flex? You guys like Cameron?
Love Dipset,
dude.
Yeah, Cameron's cold.
I'm telling you.
Okay, yeah. This is the one right here.
Kills it.
God damn.
Kills it.
This cat got.
Fuck with it.
This cat got a video that got 173 million views.
Yeah, he ain't playing.
Hold on now.
What I'm saying. I just didn't know
Jaden Smith has 170 million views.
173 million views on this video. I'm gonna play 5 seconds of it.
That doesn't surprise me.
It doesn't, but I mean, I
think he's pretty popular in that generation. Like insanely popular. They all dress like that, and
let me
what's up with
get this.
I guess he's like the new Chris Brown. But
hey,
even more flamboyant.
There's only one Chris Brown, dog.
I agree.
I mean,
I'm talking about like
there's only one Chris Brown, and that's the one that whooped.
What do you tell your son at that?
That's the one that whooped Rihanna's ass after the BET Awards.
Shit, he got his ass whooped.
He did that shit.
That's the only one left.
He did it. He owned it.
Yeah, he did.
You heard of Paul Mooney? He said she whooped that little boy's ass.
Yeah, he looked like about 110 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like she looked like she could take that cat out. Not gonna lie.
No,
but
Justin, you need to look at that new Cameron on Funk Flex.
Well, I'm gonna fucking check it out because I fuck with
Cameron.
Cam.
Cameron's an OG from back in the DZ.
Well, you know my daughter's name's Cameron.
Mm-hmm.
Although Jadakiss served up the whole Dipset on their verses though.
Dipset.
Killed all that.
Uche, I still have your hoodie.
Yeah, I'm gonna come get it from you. I'll be back up there in a few weeks.
Are you coming up here or what?
Yeah, I'll be up there I'm gonna be up there to look at some spots in a couple weeks.
So, hey, I mean, between us,
we'll talk about it afterwards. We'll talk about it afterwards.
No. Memorial Day. I got the whole Thursday to like Monday. Memorial Day.
God, see, like I said, we'll talk about it after. We're live right now. You want this evidence to come back and bite you in the ass? I was playing with
like Kim Kardashian.
Anyway,
code 6. Or was it code 10? Code 10.
You know
the doors.
Shit. But no, folks, that's gonna be it for us here on Lineman Life Live. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already done so. We will catch y'all on Wednesday. We'll be back for more. Hope everyone has a wonderful Monday, and we will see you then. Peace.